Hey everyone, welcome to the very first Anime Kingdom first impressions of the summer 2017 season. As you can see by the title below, this is on Kakegurui, otherwise known in English as Compulsive Gambler. So honestly, if you haven't been, this is several days later already. It was like way back already that this came out. But I've honestly, like, if you haven't been up to my Facebook and Twitter, I've been sick and everything all last week, so I could not make this video. And of course, I couldn't even make my what am I going to be watching for the next, season and everything like I normally do. So I decided to go ahead and, first off, check up what people have been seeing, posting and stuff, what they think is good, what they think is bad. And also, of course, I also posted asking people what should I watch, to which, of course, some people also told me that I should watch this as well. So from seeing a lot of people saying that this was good to also being told that I should watch it, I decided, hey, I'll go ahead and give it a try. And considering the fact that I'm not the biggest, like at first I thought it was just a poker kind of anime, ends up just being gambling overall, but I'm not the biggest gambling fan, honestly. Like, it's not like I go ahead and watch, professional, poker, world poker, or any of those kind of like professional gambling kind of things. The most I've done is, of course, go to Las Vegas and gamble a little bit, but even then it's not like I'm doing it professionally or anything. So I was definitely kind of like a little iffy at first to see how this was going to be, but I've definitely always tried other animes where normally I don't care for it like that in real life. For example, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I've seen some sports animes that I've really have enjoyed. So I decided, hey, a lot of people are saying this is good. I've gotten some people to tell me it's good as well, so I'll go ahead and give it a try. Like, I was pleasantly surprised from how I actually really did enjoy it. And so far, it wasn't just like I thought what it maybe would be, the fact that when our main character Yumiko ended up figuring out how she was cheating and everything, I thought it was going to be some bullshit kind of way, not a realistic kind of thing, it was going to be maybe a supernatural, or just somehow like, oh, you did this with your body language and I was able to understand, like, oh, that's how she's telling everyone. No, it ends up being a pretty realistic way she figures it out, and it's pretty crazy at first, honestly, how she just like, oh, put this much money up, okay, that was just a little bit, I won, let me try again. Boom, a lot of money, loses it. A little bit, wins, loses, a lot of money, loses it. And she starts to see, I mean, she knew from the start already that, Mary was trying to, pretty much, she's the new student, gonna steal some money from her kind of thing, and at first, it seemed like, I wonder if she notices, but she actually knew from the very start, and Yumiko was just trying to figure out how she was doing it. She was like, okay, she's not doing any hand sign languages, she's not making any sounds, she's not doing anything that would, tell someone to do a certain thing, because she had like 20 of the students or something, pretty much voting the same way for her to win. And then it came to her decision, she pretty much thought of it that it's not her. There's no one behind her doing anything, which means, hello, it's gotta be someone behind her. To which, of course, it's pretty crazy how she was like, oh, every girl's got their mirror. And she was able to pretty much see him doing the hand signs to, scissors, rock, paper, whatever he was doing. And that's how she figured it out. And then the funny thing was, in the end, she didn't even use any of that kind of like what she just learned, really. Well, she did a little bit, but it all came down to it in the end. It was all down to luck, and it's pretty crazy to find out how her character is, honestly. Yumiko is the kind of character, as Kakegurui means compulsive gambler, and it pretty much, she pretty much gets pleasure from taking risks, and that's obviously where it comes to with gambling. She doesn't care about winning the money. As you saw after she won, she's like, hey, consider it paid. I enjoyed the game. She enjoys that risk. She gains pleasure from it. I mean, from those facial expressions, she may even had an orgasm, honestly, from it. And I was just like, okay, yeah, she's definitely an interesting character so far. I do like her character. And holy shit, did I mention that their eyes in this episode, the way they do the eyes, it's mesmerizing. Like her red eyes, even Mary had at one point yellow eyes, and the way they do it, it's like looking into your soul. And I was just like, holy shit, man, I want more of this. And so far, just from the first episode already, my first impressions, I love the characters and the character design so far. I'm loving the story. I'm loving just the whole psychological feel that it actually has. And it's just like such a different type of anime that I'm normally, you know, used to watching. Like the whole premise of the school pretty much being, you know, it's ruled by money. It's like a normal school actually, but at night, or like after school and everything, after all that stuff, it's like all of them become gambling dens. And pretty much, if you want to, you know, rule the school, you gotta have money. You don't got money, you end up being a slave, which is pretty much what our main male character is. And at the moment, he may be one of the things I don't really care too much about, considering the fact that he kind of just seems like a spineless character. He doesn't really seem like the kind of character that's going to push forward. He's kind of just like, oh no, I got to give up now. I'm a slave, or I'm going to quit school kind of thing. And it's kind of like, I can't really assume too much yet, considering there hasn't been too much of him shown yet, and maybe he will change because of, you know, Yumiko. He's probably going to be one of those main characters, honestly, that only changed because of the other character, because that's what it seems like when he's talking about his stories. Like everything changed when she ended up coming, so he may end up becoming a better character later on. But for me, at least, I still feel that Yumiko is like the star of the show. Like honestly, I haven't really watched any other animes yet, but definitely best girl material so far for this. It kind of seems, honestly, to me at least, that the main male character, he's more of the narrator of the show. He's just like, everything's going to be from his point of view. But of course, like I said before, Yumiko is the main character. From what I've seen in my anime, it's Yumiko, Mary, and of course the guy, to which not really too sure what the guy's name is. So yeah, I keep forgetting. He's not really a rememberable character from what we've seen so far, at least. But yeah, definitely enjoyed this episode. Definitely excited to see how the rest of the series will go. Definitely a pleasant surprise from what, like, I kind of didn't expect myself to enjoy this series as much as it is. Normally I don't really care for like this kind of anime. Normally I don't really care for psychological kind of themed anime as well, but I'm definitely excited to see how this is gonna go. Love everything about it so far. And yeah, that's all I really got to see, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. As always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Good, bad, however you guys felt about the episode. Feel free to comment below. And until next time, guys, see ya.